I was born in Worthing. The name of my company is Zappi. Zappi provides data for creators of new advertising campaigns, new innovations, give them inspiration, optimization, and validation of their ideas before market. The word I'd use to sum up being a founder is risk. Mine's a cup of tea, a tiny bit of milk.
Steve Phillips, take one.
Right. If you could sum up your career as a founder with one object, what would it be? Well, luckily, I have in front of me a glass of wine. When I came up with the idea for Zappi, I was sitting in my garden with a glass of wine. I may well have had two. And I came up with the idea of trying to automate the industry that I was in. It's a professional services industry, so other people hadn't really thought about automating it. And I wanted to automate the whole process end to end, because what clients moaned about, and you always start with a client problem, was that consumer insight was wonderful, it was great, it was illuminating, but it took too long and cost too much money. Whilst I was sitting there with my glass of wine, I came up with an entire business structure, which was the impetus for at least the first 5 years of the business. So I came up with everything that we did for the first 5 years in probably 20 minutes, half an hour sitting in my garden. And as with anything, it was 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. The rest of the time was an awful lot harder than that first couple of glasses of wine. Right. Okay. What keeps you awake at night? The truth is, it always was cash. So can I pay the bills at the end of the month? Can I pay employees? I don't worry so much about that now. The business is much more mature. We've got investors on board. We've got cash. So now it's probably whatever worry I have at the time. So it might be what's our growth motion. It might be what's our structure. It might be a particular client problem or something. But the truth is, I don't get kept up at night anywhere near how I was 5-10 years ago when the business was much earlier stage and genuinely struggling. So I sleep much better now. Next, what is the single most important trait to have as a founder? I typically describe founders, particularly founders of companies that really want to scale, as having an irrational level of optimism. I think it's because you typically, if you're founding something to try and genuinely change an industry, it's unlikely that you're going to succeed. So you have to have a lot of belief in yourself, in the idea, and that belief is probably irrational because most people don't succeed.
Do you think you need experience in the industry in order to set up a company within that industry?
No, people have set up companies in our industry without it. I think classically we're a technology company. If you think about tech companies trying to disrupt industries, you have two things. You have the technology expertise and the domain expertise. And some companies try and do it with only one, and some do it with both. And the truth is, I only did it with one. So I knew nothing about technology when I started my tech company, but I ended up finding a company to help me build it that was a technology company, and then we merged. So we ended up with that domain and tech expertise combined, and I think that's really essential. Or very advantageous, at least. Okay. Deanne's success?
Define.
Oh. Deanne. I don't know who she is. So defining success is a looking back component to me. It's very odd because we have created a good, strong, big business, and it is wonderful. And you have to smell the roses. But actually, to be the type of person that creates this, all you're thinking about is, oh my God, what have we today? And how can I solve that problem? You're never feeling pleased with yourself for what you did last year. It's only the paranoid survive. So you're always thinking about how you're messing things up and how you're going to improve them, and ideas for the future, and how you're going to solve this problem, but also avoid the next problem. Sustainability and social good, nice to haves or business critical? That's interesting. We're a B Corp. The thing I like most about B Corp is it balances people, planet, and profit. And for us, culture has always been essential to what we've done. We've pushed for radical autonomy in many situations. Our two core founding values are trust and truth. We trust our people to do the best work in the best way for the company's sake and also for themselves. We've stolen Netflix's expenses policy. So our expenses policy is treat the company's money as if it was your own. We don't check expenses, So we genuinely believe in people. Sustainability is important to me personally. I run some industry sustainability things, and we're a net zero company. However, I'm not sure I would say it was business critical. I think it's people critical. I think it's what we care about that matters. Is it good for investors? Is it good for that? Yeah, I think probably, but that's not why we do it. We do it because it's good for humanity and the planet and the people we work with, and that's what matters.